Liquid Cup Season 3 LAN Finals live here from Urban Terrain in New Delhi. We are just waiting on the players of Bad Excuse to join into the lobby here. We have all the players of Elunes already in. We saw Elunes just now lose the best of three upper bracket finals to neck break 2-0. So they have dropped down into the lower bracket and they are going up against Bad Excuse in this lower bracket finals. Winner of this, of course, goes through to play neck break tomorrow in the best of 5 grand finals. So a lot at stake here. Loser of this BO3 unfortunately bids adieu and goes home tonight. Yeah, I'd like to talk about a little more about when it comes to draft of both these teams. We have seen Bad Excuse time and time again rely a lot on the Tuskar as well as the Queen of Pain picks. We did see Ingenious Archmage perform out of his mind on the Lena and the best of 3 series in the lower bracket semis. So we'll have to see what kind of draft they do go for here. Bad Excuse in this game. We did see them pull out a Tuskar Techies in game 2 versus Surrey Gaming in the lower bracket semis. So that's been one of their niche picks. That's been one of their go-to picks. They've time and time again gone for the Techies as well as Tuskar in pretty much, I would say, 10 of the last 20 games that they've played in the competitive scene. So that's going to be something that Elunes here has to watch out for. And of course, talking about Elunes, we've seen Butterside time and time again make some amazing plays on his offlane Beastmaster. We've seen Moinajaz, no chance, play some really good cleanse as well. The one game in Mag Gaming that Elunes played against Neckbreak, it was Moinajaz on that cleanse who was easily able to carry Elunes to a victory against Neckbreak. So those are pretty much the heroes, I would say. Both these teams are looking for I wouldn't say both the comfort picks for both these for both these teams rather is totally different. So the comfort picks of Bad Excuse aren't really that much of a problem for Elunes, and they're not looking to pick those up, while it goes the same with Elunes as well. The comfort heroes for Elunes aren't really that much of a threat for Bad Excuse, and since both these teams do have a varied draft, so we'll have to wait and see how the drafting war commences. We're still waiting on 2 more players of Bad Excuse to join, and they're just testing out their PCs by the looks of things. So we should have this game good to go in another 5 minutes, I would say. We have another player, Blizzard, has joined into the lobby for now. So we're just waiting on one more player to join in, and then it will be good to go. So yeah, there's the winner bracket. We did see that the lower bracket semifinals being an extended game. We saw pretty much 1 hour plus games. In fact, the second game being 1 hour 24 minutes in. So yeah, that ended up actually being a very close encounter. I would say Bad Excuse were in both the games, actually, Surrey Gaming had a really good early game advantage, and since Bad Excuse did have that bounty hunter in both the games, he was easily able one lost team fight, and there's a goal swing of about 5,000 to 6,000, and it was easily turned around. Looks like we have all the players in the lobby. The low bracket finals of Bad Excuse versus Elunes is a go. Check, check, mic check. 1 2 3 check. Looks like we are experiencing a couple of technical issues. Do bear with us. They're trying to sort it out right now, and yeah, there we go. The game. We are loading into this game by the looks of things. Finally, with time and time again, we do put in a lot of effort to get the LAN setups working a day prior to the event, but then on the tournament day, you usually encounter a lot of problems. Unforeseen circumstances, nothing much we can do about it. So yeah, we just have to take it head on and deal with that. The game is a go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and hop into this lower bracket finals. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Rage Quit Cup Season 3. I'm Shade Slayer, I'll be your host for today. This is the lower bracket finals here between Bad Xcuse and Team Elunes. This is going to be a best of 3. Game 1 is a go here. We are the band phase has already a go. We see the Storm Spirit as well as the Leshrag band out here for now. So many teams have actually gone ahead and spent that first ban on that Storm Spirit. Surprising, since most of the teams actually favor to ban the Storm Spirit out in the second phase. Not to be the case here in the Rage Quit Cup LAN finals. Storm Spirit getting a lot of respect, being the first ban in all the games leading up to this one, and this game is no different either. We see standard bans coming out. The Leshrag, the Earthshaker is banned out by Bad Xcuse. Really surprising that they did spend a ban there on the Earthshaker. In the game the game that happened before this one, they did go up against Surrey Gaming. Backlash, one of their signature Earthshaker players, time and time again has turned the tides of a game with pretty much solo plays with his Earthshaker. So I kind of agree with the Earthshaker ban in the previous best of 3 series. Surprising here coming out from Bad Xcuse that it go ahead and stick to the same first 2 bans. We see a Spirit Breaker ban coming out from Team Elunes. So Zomji is not going to get his hands on that Spirit Breaker, but we've seen him time and time again going for that comfort pick in the Tuskar. Looks like it's gonna be again a first pick bounty hunter, so that Croaz is gonna be again on his bounty hunter here. That's his 3rd game in a row that he's gonna be playing the bounty hunter. Team Elunes immediately respond with the Winter Wyvern pickup. Winter Wyvern, one of the strongest position 5 supports here in the 6.84 B, if I'm not mistaken. He does bring a lot of defensive abilities to the table. Especially the Cold Embrace is easily able to keep the carry alive to turn the engage around, and there's nothing more I can say about the Winter's Curse. An absolute game-changing ability, is easily able to CC out the enemy carry and turn the fight in favor of his side. So we are waiting on the second pick for Team Elunes here. What are the possible picks they can go for? Tuskar is still in the pool if they decide to go for, but it's typically been Beastmaster that Batusai favors, so they could possibly go ahead and pick up the mid laner here. Queen of Pain is still in the pool. I'm pretty sure Bad Xcuse are looking towards either the Tuskar or the Queen of Pain. We could again see a repeat of the previous draft, wherein Bad Xcuse did go for a second quick Lina, the last best of 3 series as well against Red Gaming. So we'll just have to wait and see if they want to stick with their tried and tested lineup, or if they have something new for us this game. Team Elunes are spending a lot of time here. We also know that the Gyrocopter is in the pool, but they instead go for an early Razor pickup. Razor, typically one of those really strong lane dominators, does not require lots in terms of support to secure his farm. it's more in TI5. It's mostly been Razor played in the safe lane carry position. It was pretty much a year back in TI4 when he was running the mid lane. So we just have to wait and see what Team Elunes decides to go ahead and do with this Razor pickup. What lane they decide to throw him in. Actually, one more thing I would like to point out is Team Elunes in the Mag Gaming tournament did run Batasai on Razor in the off lane. So that could be one of the strategies they're falling back on here. I would say it did meet with mixed success. He did drop a few games as well on that offlane, but I'm sure that Team Elunes does have something specific planned here against the side of Bad Xcuse. We see a Gyrocopter pickup, so pretty much stock standard picks here, very reminiscent of what EG pulled out time and time again in TI5 here. The Bounty Hunter Gyrocopter opener. It was actually even the signature opener for C deck during their group stages, so nothing surprising there coming out from Bad Xcuse, but like I said, it was the surprise package in the form of that Razor pick in the first draft phase for Team Elunes. Looks like Bad Xcuse again are spending a lot of time here in figuring out what they need to ban out. The Lion of Z is Bug is banned out here. We saw him perform out of his mind in that lower bracket semis against Surrey Gaming. So there's going to be no Lion on the table here. There goes the Brood as well. They don't want to be dealing with any of that pesky split push coming out from the Brood Mother. Tends to easily take over the enemy safe lane, forcing the supports to constantly hug the carry to secure some amount of farm for that position 1 hero. So there goes the Queen of Pain from Bad Xcuse as well. Surprising, since it's always been I would say that is like the go-to hero for Ingenious Archmage, but there's gonna be no Queen of Pain this game. Looks like Bad Xcuse are actually setting up for a Lina pick here, and there you go. Elunes do sense that they were going for the Lina in the first place, and they ban it out. Queen of Pain actually one of those heroes who can stand up against the Queen of Pain, against the Lina in the mid lane. So there's no Lina, and there's an immediate ban coming out in the form that Lina ban coming out for Team Elunes. So they still need their safe lane carry, unless it's gonna be unless they decide to put no chance on that Razor. I don't really see that happening though this game. So they do still need to pick up a support. They still need their mid lane hero as well as the position 1 carry. So what are the heroes in the pool? Actually, the Tuskar is still in the pool, but no, more likely than not, it's gonna be Batasai playing the Razor. So unless they decide to run a position 4 Tuskar, I don't see that hero being a priority here for Elunes. It's gonna be a Witch Doctor pickup. So some more team fight coming out for Elunes. Razor is easily able to take those early game skirmishes with a mech rush. He usually tends to go for the drums into mech, into Aghanim Scepter. Has a lot, is really tanky, as well as puts out a lot of damage with his ultimate as well as Plasma Field. So we'll have to wait and see. They have a good mix of offense as well as defense until this point. Team Elunes. Bad Xcuse though looks to want to take this fight head on against Team Elunes. They do have the Gyrocopter as well as the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, one of those really strong heroes in the early game skirmishes. Even if you end up getting unfavorable trades, that track, when it comes into play, it does give you a significant advantage, even if you fall behind in the team fight score. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a Darkseer pickup here coming out from Bad Xcuse. Typically you see Darkseer being picked up in conjunction with that Winter Wyvern. The Winter's Curse with the Vacuum into Wall is a devastating combo in itself. So I would say this is kind of like a deny pick coming out for Bad Xcuse. They did need an offlaner as well, and Darkseer being one of the priorities, I would say, for Team Elunes. Continues to be elusive. I didn't really mean to never mind. So it's gonna be a Templar Assassin. Looks like Frenzy is gonna be on that TA again. We saw Frenzy kind of get bullied around there in the mid lane in the previous match against Neckbreak. So we'll have to wait, and that just pretty much shows the confidence that Team Elunes has in Frenzy's ability to play the Templar Assassin. They straight away, they didn't let that game phase them. They go ahead and immediately notch that Templar Assassin up. So that pretty much, she's pretty much a mid laner. So that means they are waiting up on a carry here for Elunes. For now though, Bad Xcuse are spending a lot of time here. We've typically till now have seen the draft phase just go by a flash, but then teams here do know that there's a lot at stake here, a place in the grand final. So they don't want to be the first team that makes a slip up. They're taking a lot of time here in deciding their lane matchups. Looks like it's gonna be another Bane here going up against the side of Elunes. Bane, one of those heroes who's easily able to control up the Razor. The Razor loves to get in your face, loves to initiate and be that frontline tag. The sleep coming out from the Bane is easily gonna allow the side of Bad Xcuse to disengage from that charging Razor. So nice pickup there. Also a nice CC going through magic immunity, I would say. Templar Assassin as well as the Razor, they are natural BKB carriers, so they do have BKB control in the form of that Fiend's Grip. So there's a Viper ban coming out from Team Elunes. I haven't actually seen Bad Xcuse run a lot. I've actually never seen them run Viper for Ingenious Archmage. So surprising that they decided to expend a ban there. I would expect Shadow Fiend. I would have rather liked a Shadow Fiend ban here, since Bad Xcuse are on the Radiant side. The Radiant Shadow Fiend considerably stronger than the Dire Shadow Fiend. He's easily able to stack up the camps himself and easily flash farm a 9-minute mechanism. So looks like Team Elunes though have a different approach to this draft. We see the Bartosai Beastmaster being banned out. So look, as per my knowledge, it's gonna be a Bartosai Razor. So they're probably looking to pick up something for No Chance here. What are the carries that are available? There is the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage works up, matches up really well against the Gyrocopter. In fact, they go for the Slardar. We're gonna see, this is gonna be a negative armor strat here coming out from Team Elunes. That meld negative armor with the amplified damage is gone. That is gonna be a lot of negative armor targeted against the Gyrocopter. Also, if this Slardar actually heads into the safe lane, they have a lot of control to bring down the Darks here. That level 1 Surge isn't nearly gonna be enough to keep him alive in the laning phase. And it's an Ingenious Archmage Invoker here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and jump into this game. This is Team Elunes going up against Bad Xcuse. The lower bracket finals, best of 3. Game 1 is a go. Waiting on the players to pick up their heroes here. And what I'm surprised to see here is that usually they run the Tuskar with the Invoker. It's pretty much been Ingenious Archmage's Exhort. He tends to favor the Exhort build over the Quaswix build. We'll just have to wait and see what he goes for in this game. So the game between Bad Xcuse and Elunes is a go. On the side of the Radiant, we have Bad Xcuse. It's gonna be Pasol playing the Bane. It's gonna be Ingenious Archmage playing the mid Invoker. That puts Kroaz on his signature Bounty Hunter. On the offlane, it's gonna be Zomji playing the Darks here, and finally it puts Blizzard on the carry Gyrocopter. On the side of the Dire, we have Team Elunes. It's going to be Virus playing the Winter Wyvern. Zedis Bug is going to be on the Witch Doctor. No Chance is going to be playing the safe lane Scary Slardar. Frenzy is going to be again on the mid lane on his Templar Assassin. And that finally puts Bartosai on the off-lane Razor. Looks like there is a pause here for now. We're seeing pings coming out from the Winter Wyvern here. There is a ward on the Razor. Looks we'll just have to wait and see if he wants to get vision of the incoming ganks here in the bottom lane in the Dire jungle, or is he going to ward off the camp. By the looks of things, he just wants some intel on the positioning of the supports of Team BX. In the mid lane, though, it's going to be Templar Assassin, who has already received some sentry wards here by the looks of things. They expect this Bounty Hunter to be causing a lot of nuisance here in the mid lane. So he's already stocked up on observers and sentries. And this Templar Assassin is all ready for the mid lane. Witch Doctor is hanging around as well. He does have a couple of sentries on him as well. So we might see a clash here on the top lane. Ingenious Archmage walks in aggressively. So does the Bane. The Templar Assassin decides against going in. There is a sentry ward here, spotting out the rotation coming out from the Bounty Hunter as well, and they decide against fighting for that bounty rune secured by the Invoker, while for the side of Elunes, it is that offlane Razor who secures the bounty. So we don't see a pre-whistle clash here as we settle into the lanes. Let's go ahead and see the lane setups here. Looks like on the top lane for Team Elunes, we're going to have Slardar supported up by the Witch Doctor. Looks like it's going to be a dual lane setup coming out from Elunes. Interesting, I would say, since the Winter Wyvern here is hanging around in the bottom lane with the Razor, going up against... for now, though, a solo Gyrocopter. The supports are hanging around in the mid lane. The Bounty Hunter is gonna do bounty things. He wants to hang around and throw out some sort of harass onto this Templar Assassin. The Invoker, though, does not offer a lot of kill potential pre-level 3, so this is pretty much going to be a passive lane. I don't see much of a kill potential unless the Templar Assassin overstays her welcome here in the mid lane. She's got a lot of Sideblade Rush coming out onto the Invoker as well in the mid lane. It looks like he is going for the Exhort build. One nice setup that the side of Bad Xcuse have is that they do have the Nightmare to set up for that easy Sunstrike from the Invoker. So ladies and gentlemen, do watch out for that initiation coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we see Darkseer just trying to lead some experience here on the bottom lane, though the Bounty Hunter has rotated and he has been spotted out thanks to that sentry ward drop there. There is a static link coming out from the Razor, but he does walk out of range for now. The Winter Wyvern did use his Arctic Burn there to try and slow the Bounty Hunter down, but not nearly enough to offer a kill there for the side of Elunes. I do expect, however, the action to break down here in the bottom lane. It seems like this try on dual lane is where the action is just waiting to explode here. Bounty Hunter has hit level 2. That Janada is gonna be causing a lot of problems in terms of constant harass here. Looks like Archmage has gone for Forge Spirits here. That's going to be a lot of rush, a lot of last hits coming the way of the Invoker. He is really weak in the Exhort build pre-level 3 or 4, but now he has hit that experience, so he's going to be getting in a lot of CS against the Templar Assassin. She, however, does sit on top of the last hits and denies, sitting there comfortably on 11 and 2. You would expect Templar Assassin to dominate against the Invoker and the Creep was early game. She does have that refraction to provide that additional damage against that Invoker for CSing. For now, though, this Bounty Hunter, we see that the sentry ward actually has expired here. He is providing a lot of hinder. There is the static link coming out onto the Bane. The sleep has been used as well, but he continues to drain damage from the Bane. There may be a turnaround here onto the Bounty Hunter. The sleep was taken off by the Winter Wyvern, so they don't have any dust as well. The Gyrocopter is moving in aggressively here. Arctic Burn has been used. The Winter Wyvern goes onto the lower ground. The Bounty Hunter drops really low, and the first blood is secured by the Winter Wyvern. Rocket Barrage continues on by the Gyrocopter. They continue to pursue onto the Razor. Sunstrike coming in from the Invoker is able to bring down the Razor. Beautiful play there from the Invoker in the mid lane. Perfectly positioned Sunstrike. He did not even have any CC to bring that in, land that Sunstrike. Pure skill there from the Invoker in the mid lane, and they managed to get a return kill. That's an offlaner going down for a support, so a beautiful trade, all in favor of Team Bad Xcuse. So 3 minutes 40 seconds into this game, we are seeing another static link here used onto the Gyrocopter, but he's able to get out of range there. He has gone for that early brown boot, so he's gonna be really safe here against Razor, who does rely a lot on that static link damage to turn the engage around. So props off to Gyrocopter. He's doing really well here. He's in fact matching the Razor for CS. You typically pick Razor to dominate the lane, but it's not been the case here. That kill on the Razor does set him back quite a lot. We see the bounty hunter moving in here. He wants to try and get the courier snipe, but it's already a flying courier, so he's gonna need a couple of hits. He's gonna wait for the courier to return back to try and snipe it. He does have Janada ready to go as well, so this could be a misplay here coming out from the side of Team Elunes, and they know something is up here. Looks like he wants. Oh, this is going to be a big misplay here coming out from Frenzy. He does have that empty bottle on it, which is considerably going to reduce the movement speed of that courier. If this bounty hunter continues to hang around, that's going to be a dead courier with a bottle on it of Frenzy. That's pretty much going to cost him the mid lane. Bounty hunter spots it out, and one hit, another hit, and the courier is down. So is the bottle. Oh my, that is a lot of ground lost for the Templar assassin in the mid lane. She really needs the bottle to have that refraction up to get those CS, to try and throw out some sort of rush onto this invoker. We are seeing a pause coming out here for now. Looks like they are setting up to try and make a go on Razor here on the bottom lane. There is the Cold Embrace ready to go if the side of Bad Xcuse do decide to engage on the Razor, but the problem I see here is that the Cold Embrace pretty much just negates physical damage, and Gyrocopter is all about the magic damage with that Rocket Barrage in the early to mid game scenario, so the Cold Embrace is not going to do much against it. So the positioning of the Razor is going to have to watch out for his positioning here. How is the Darkseer doing? The Darkseer is actually already level 5.5. You would expect the offlane Darkseers to usually be starved for levels, having to rotate into the jungle to catch up on levels and farm. Not to be the case here, since the side of Elunes decided to run in for that dual lane setup. We see the bounty hunter rotating in. The link goes out onto the gyrocopter. There's the bounty hunter coming out with the Janada. There's the nightmare as well. Cold Embrace keeps him alive for now. There is no rocket. There is no mana for the rocket barrage. And Raze is able to bring down the bounty hunter, but the Bane is able to pick up a return kill here. The Witch Doctor is rotated in as well. There is the Maledict ticking down this gyrocopter low, but there is no more CC. Both the heroes are out of mana for now. No more kill potential. So at the end of it all, it was a 1-for-1 trade. The Razor going down for the bounty hunter. So another favorable trade for Bad Xcuse. This Razor pick isn't working out, I would say, for Elunes. You pick him up to dominate the lane, get ahead in terms of farm in the early game, pick up that quick mech, which is going to allow his team to 5-man and push down. Looks like there's an engage onto the bottom, on the top lane. Slardar comes out with the crush, keeps the bounty hunter away. The Darkseer has surged in. There's a defensive TP coming out from the Winter Wyvern, which means it's back off time for BX. They want to try and turn this fight around. Actually, Elunes, there's the bounty hunter with the Ion Shell here, trying to damage off this Winter Wyvern. Pinks come out. They know something's up here. The Janada strike comes out. The Slardar does have mana for the crush, which means the bounty hunter is gonna have to back off here for now. So look like they were gonna get a kill there onto the Slardar, but a timely TP there coming out from the Winter Wyvern is able to keep him alive and stop the heroes of Bad Xcuse from pursuing that kill. We are seeing again the Ion Shelled bounty hunter coming into the mid lane. This Witch Doctor is going to be in no man's land. He's actually level 5.5. 7 minutes into this game. That's a lot of XP going the way of this Witch Doctor. You typically see them start for XP, having to wait out for a fight or two before they can go back. There's a Nightmare coming out onto the Razor here. There's a Sunstrike coming out as well. There is the Rocket Barrage, but there's a Link. The Razor wants to turn this fight around. There's max damage being drained out here. 56 damage maybe in the mid lane as well. We might see another engage. Bounty Hunter is waiting along the back lines here. He is level 4 though. The track is still not online. Since it is a support Bounty Hunter, you do not expect him to get this early track up. Looks like the Razor wants to continue pursuing the kill onto this Gyrocopter. He backs off instead. The Plasma Field did not connect onto the Razor, so they did not have enough in terms of damage. Looks like the Slardar has hit level 6 by the looks of things. We have the amplified damage in play here. 8 minutes into this game. Let's go ahead and have a look at the goal graph. It's about 1,500 lead in favor of Team BX and an XP lead of about 800 to 900 going the way of BX. So BX doing all the early game calls here. Perfect rotations coming out from Elunes, though has been able to thwart attempts of getting more kills for the side of BX. Ingenious Archmage in the mid lane continues to harass down the Templar Assassin, but she does have that refraction ready to go, so she's gonna be fine for now. There's one more thing I would like to point out. Other than the Fiend's Grip, there's not much of CC here for the side of BX to control that Templar Assassin as well as the Slaughter, so that could be a lot of problem come mid game, since they do have only one CC to control both those cores. It's possibly gonna be quick BKB rushes for both those cores to avoid the Nightmare as well, so that's going to be the time that bad Xcuse are really going to have to play perfect positional Dota to come on top in these engages. Meanwhile, the Bounty Hunter continues to hang around here in the bottom lane. It looks like he is waiting to set up. There is a sentry ward here to spot out the Bounty Hunter if he decides to rotate around those trees there. The Bane moves into position as well. Looks like they want to try and make a go again onto this Razor. The Bane moves up aggressively. There's a sleep onto the Winter Wyvern here. The Gyrocopter moves in aggressively. There's a call down. The Razor takes the Nightmare off and he instead goes down. That was bad decision. There's a TP coming out from the Slaughter as well. They want to try and make a go. The ultimate has been used onto the Gyrocopter, but with the three heroes there, the Splinter Pass doing a lot of damage there, but Slaughter wants none of it. He's rotating onto the mid lane. They want to try and make a go onto this Invoker. The trap is already in position. He deploys that. A secondary trap is deployed as well. Sunstrike coming out from the Invoker actually connects onto the Slaughter, and those oh, beautiful play there from the Invoker there. He was able to use those Fourth Spirits. He was able to land the Sunstrike as well as the Cold Snap, bringing down the Slaughter rotating in before he himself hit the deck. So really well played. The Templar Assassin is dropping down really low as well. She does have the refraction and she's able to turn that kill around. The damage from the Forge Spirits as well as the Bounty Hunter right clicks not nearly enough to secure the kill on that Templar Assassin. She was able to turn it around with that refraction ready to go. So at the end of it all, it was a 2-0 trade in favor of Team Elunes. The score is 4-4, 10 minutes into this game. So lots of rotations coming out from both these sides. I would say successful rotations for the side of Team BX. The side of Elunes have been pretty much doing all the catch up here, having to defensively rotate around heroes. That gank on the Invoker on the mid lane being unsuccessful as well. For now though, the amplified damage has been used by the Slaughter, but by the looks of things he does not want to continue on. He does have the power treads and as well as 800 gold to boot. On top of that, there's a go on the bottom lane. There is the ultimate used by the Gyrocopter as well as the Rocket Barrage is able to bring him down, but the Slaughter's going in. There's a Fiend's Grip as well. The Sunstrike comes out from the Invoker as well, and they are able to pick up the TPing in Slaughter as well. So that was another beautiful trade going the way of bad Xcuse. Misplay there coming out from the Slaughter. He TP'd in a little too late. The Cold Embrace coming out from the Winter Wyvern wasn't able to keep him alive till the Slaughter rotated in, and that Fiend's Grip used there on the Slaughter. They were easily able to turn that engage around. So bad Xcuse are off to a flying start here. The Bounty Hunter has almost reached level 6, so once that track does come online, that's gonna the side of Elunes are gonna have to play this really safe when it comes to engages. They really don't want to be taking small skirmishes where they're losing 1 or 2 heroes. A lot of bounty gold going the way of bad Xcuse could accelerate the farm of the Invoker as well as the Gyrocopter. Pretty much being we see Invokers typically go for Midas. He does grab that Midas, possibly working his way towards a Yule Scepter. You typically see the Exhort Invokers go for that build. We see the ultimate coming out from the Gyrocopter. The Winter's Curse has been used here onto the Gyrocopter. He's alive for now. Slaughter's going in. The Crush comes out. That Rocket Barrage is not nearly enough to kill the Slaughter. Beautiful TP out from the trees there. Pesol is not able to find him before that TP out. So nice play there from the Slaughter. Gets a free pick off on the enemy carry Gyrocopter. So props to Slaughter there for that amazing play. Winter Wyvern did expend the Winter's Curse there initially, so that is an expensive loss for the side of BX with the carry going down. The goal lead is actually a bit. It's about 3,000 the way of bad Xcuse, and the XP is about 2,000. So 13 minutes in, it's not too much, but it's nothing to be ignored as well. Since invokers typically don't seem to do well in the laning phase, you expect the opponents with the Templar Assassin to take a lead in the laning phase. Until the invoker picks up that Hand of Midas. Wasn't to be the case this game. Bad Xcuse are doing really well, and so is the invoker. Almost has his Yule Scepter picked up. He's pretty much about 1000 gold away from that item. After that, the heroes of Elunes are really going to have to watch out their positioning. He's going to be easily able to blow that Yule's into Meteor, Deafening Blast, Sunstrike combo of to pick off any of the heroes of Elunes, bar the Razor, who is innately tanky. So any of the other 4 heroes, it's going to be an easy pick off. There is a track onto the Winter Wyvern. He is hanging around here. Looks like they're trying to bait in the heroes of Bad Xcuse. There's a surge coming out from the Darks here. He wants to try and make a go, but there is the immediate use of the vacuum, not enough to cancel the TP out. There's the Fiend's Grip used onto the Slaughter as well. Templar Assassin has rotated in as well. Meld Strikes brings him down. There's the ultimate from the Witch Doctor, channeling, full channeling ultimate there. He's easily able to turn that engage around for the side of Team Elunes. Double kill going his way. The Gyrocopter hits the deck. The Bane hits the deck. So does the Bounty Hunter. So at the end of it all, it was a 3-for-1 trade. The Razor did go down again, but they did get a lot in terms of counter kills there. Oh, oh shh. Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they did get a really favorable trade. The Razor did go down right off the bat, but they were easily able to turn that engage around courtesy rotations. The Templar Assassin has spotted out the Invoker moving up here, Sunstrike as well as the Chaos Meteor ready to go. So he's waiting on some backup here. He is invis for now. The Witch Doctor throws out the Coconut, and that Meld Strike easily brings him down. Looks like the Gyrocopter actually picked up a kill here in the bottom lane. By the looks of things, it was a solo kill. Action going in the multiple lanes here simultaneously. Looks like the wall was deployed as well onto the top lane. Track comes out from the Bounty Hunter onto the Templar Assassin, but looks like that wall pretty much didn't net any kills their way. The Winter Wyvern continues to hang around in the trees here. Stepping out could be a big mistake here, though the Gyrocopter actually has his cooldown and cooldown for now. They're trying to make a go onto this tier 1 tower here. Pressure coming out from the Razor as well as the rotating in Templar Assassin. Looks like Bad Xcuse want to go for a trade. They're instead trading for the tier 1 tower on top. I would say this is the more important tower for the side of BX to get. That top tier 1 tower does provide a lot of access. We see the combo coming out from the Invoker, but Refraction is able to keep her alive through that. The Psionic Trap has been used to try and stop any pursuit there coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse. So that's a no-go right there. The combo was blown out by the Invoker, but a timely use of the Refraction there keeps her alive for now. Razor continues to farm up in the mid lane. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the top tier 1 tower is a much more important pickup for the side of Bad Xcuse. Does allow them free access into the dire jungle. So Templar Assassin as well as the Razor would love to farm up that jungle for that quick mech and Desolator pickups respectively. So that's going to be some problematic here. The side of BX do have all their smokes ready to go. So we might see some possible rotations slash ganks coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse in the near future. For now though, Glyph has been expanded here. They're trying to make a go onto this tier 1 tower. Invoker moves into position as well. There is the Razor in the trees. He spots out the Gyrocopter. Link comes out as well, but he moves out in time. The tower does drop, denied beautifully by the Winter Wyvern. There's a TP coming out from the Witch Doctor as well, but the heroes of Bad Xcuse have already retreated, and looks like they're just going to mop up those 4th spirits and continue to push themselves here. Elunes want to grab the tier 1 tower themselves by the looks of things. Frenzy is in no man's land here. His team has already retreated out. If he did overstay his welcome there for another 3 to 4 seconds, we could have seen possibly a turnaround going the way of Bad Xcuse. Slada has already picked up that Blink Dagger. So some more initiation coming the way of the side of Team Elunes. He's going to be working up towards that Black King bar as his next item, and after that it's pretty much only the Fiend's Grip that can control the Slardar in the team fight. So looks like they know the side of Bad Xcuse do have to put out a lot of pressure. There's the combo coming out. The call down has been used. The crush is not able to save him for now. The Templar Assassin wants to try and make a go. Track comes out from the Bounty Hunter as well. Invoker is moving in. The toss does not do much. The ice path has been used. The ice wall has been used as well. There is the rocket barrage. The rocket is coming in as well. The Witch Doctor has rotated in, so has the Winter Wyvern. Wall has been used, so has the Winter's Curse. Death Ward is deployed as well. The vacuum does bring the Witch Doctor back, but not into the wall. There is the illusion here doing a lot of damage. Toss comes out, bounces in between the couple of heroes, but it's again a no-go for the side of BX. They've had a lot of opportunities to try and get a couple of pickoffs with that track. Not to be the case. Perfect rotations coming out from the supports of Elunes, namely the Witch Doctor as well as the Winter Wyvern have been able to starve the heroes of Bad Xcuse from picking up those necessary kills that you would expect when you have a Bounty Hunter on your lineup. So nice positional play, nice rotations coming out from the side of Elunes, which is going to transition into what looks like still a 3,000 gold lead. So the gold lead has actually stabilized out for now. That is pretty much down to Elunes farming effectively rotating and not giving away any kills. Drums has been used by the Gyrocopter for now. Arctic Burn not nearly enough to get his teammates into position to try and make a go onto that Gyrocopter. Look like the side of Elunes wants to try and make a go onto this bottom tier 1 tower. The Razor is using that plasma field to clear out the way for now. There are 4 heroes by the looks of things rotating in onto the bottom lane. Templar Assassin meanwhile walks into the Rosh pit. She wants to try and get a quick sneaky Roshan here. Pings are coming out from the Gyrocopter. He knows something's up. They know they're making a go for this Roshan. There is the Sunstrike which does spot out Frenzy here trying to make a go onto this Roshan. However, the players of the side of Bad Xcuse are not in position to contest this. It is pretty much only the Gyrocopter as well as the Darkseer with the Bane rotating in. They do have a lot of CC. The Bounty Hunter is coming in as well. There's a crush coming out from the Slardar. The Roshan is dropping really low. It's already picked up. There is the Winter's Curse being used onto the Darkseer. Wall has been deployed as well. Not enough. The Templar Assassin easily brings him down. There is the Fiend's Grip used as well as the combo coming out from the Invoker. The Razor hits the deck. There's the crush coming out from the Slardar as well as the Splinter Blast easily brings him down. 2 heroes are stunned up for now. We see the Brain Sap keeping the Bane alive for now, which means it is retreat time for the heroes of Elunes. They have already lost their Razor. They don't want to continue further pursue this engage anymore. Templar Assassin, who picked up the Aegis there? By the looks of things, it was Slardar who picked up the Aegis and already has expended it. So they didn't really want to engage in that cluster space there and wisely decide against continuing with that fight there. So for now though, Bane continues to pick up a few levels here. He does have that Medallion of Courage. You typically see supports go for that early Medallion if you want to attempt Roshan. So props off to Elunes for trying to sneak that Roshan and being successful at that. Ogre Club already picked up by the Slardar. He does have 600 gold to boot as well, working his way towards that Black King bar. Looks like Witch Doctor. We've typically seen Witch Doctors go for an early Glimmer Cape, but in this case he wants to offer more in terms of team fight potential. He wants to straight away go ahead and pick up that Black King bar, which is going to buff up that Death Ward ultimate of his. So the mechanism is already being picked up by the Razor. Looks like he is working towards a Black King bar himself. Could be an Aghanim Scepter pickup, just a casual Ogre Club leading into the Aghanim Scepter, but only time will tell what he decides to go for. We see the Invoker does have a Blink Dagger with that Yule Scepter. Easily helps him solo set up kills with his combos. So nice pickup there for Invoker. Possibly we've the item builds for Invokers, we typically see them work their way into Necronomicons after Yule's Blink. So we'll have to wait and see if Archmage decides to go the same route or instead decides to go pick up a Hex, which is going to provide more CC, and that is what they need since they only have the Fiend's Grip for control for now. That Hex could be really the determining factor for the side of BX in these engages in the near future. Looks like the bounty hunter has spotted out the Templar assassin here. We might see a casual track thrown out and disengage for now. The Slada has moved in as well. He does spot out the bounty hunter, walks into the trap there, set up beautifully with that sentry ward and that paralyzing cask with the stun coming out from the Slada. Easily is able to bring down the bounty hunter there. Nice awareness coming out. Nice reflexes from the Slada. Easily brings down the bounty hunter. There is some split push coming out from the Invoker here onto the top lane. Looks like he actually has picked up a Boots of Travel, which is going to further allow him to effectively split push. So the side of Bad Xcuse, I must say, they have changed their playstyle a lot. We've seen them time and time again actually go for team fight oriented lineups. They tend to like skirmishing, like getting a lot of kills and converting that into towers. However, in the Rage Quit Cup LAN finals, it's been a totally different scenario. It's been 2 games of split push. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd game of the same as well, with that Boots of Travel pickup coming up from the Invoker. The Witch Doctor is about 530 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter pickup. So that's going to be a big boost to the DPS from the side of Elunes. It's as it is, the side of BX have a lot of trouble controlling the Razor as well as the Slada in these engages. So once the Witch Doctor does pick up the Aghanim Scepter, he cannot be ignored as well. They're gonna need a CC to stop that Death Ward from channeling for long. So we'll have to wait and see how Bad Xcuse deal with this. Possibly a Hex coming out on the Invoker in the near future, I must say. The Gyrocopter, meanwhile, has actually gone for a Sanjay Yasha build, and we typically see Gyrocopters go for early BKBs, but in the TI5's group stages as well as the main stage, it has pretty much been that SNY rush onto the Gyrocopter does provide him a lot of survivability. You typically on an ideal scenario, you don't really want to burn a lot of BKB charges in the early to mid game. You want to have those 10 to 9 second charges. Looks like the Templar Assassin tries to make a quick tornado coming out. There is the trap used, but he's able to blink out of that. Defensive use of the call down is gonna prevent the side of Elunes from further pursuing those kills. Invoker is able to blink out into the lane there and quickly TP out. So still no kills going. It started out explosive here in the early game, and it's pretty much been a farm war here. Both the sides playing it really safe. They want to try and get all the core items on their carries as well as the mid laners, setting up for nice mid game skirmishes here. They don't want to be picked off here in this stage, which could easily translate into lost map control in the mid game. So hats off to both the sides. They're playing it really safe. The nice positional play, I must say, coming out from both these sides. Slardar has almost completed his blacking bar. He's just about 250 gold away. The Gyrocopter is keeping a lot of money in the bank. 2,000 by the looks of things. Looks like he's just saving for buyback for now. We typically see Gyrocopters work their way into a blacking bar after that SNY pickup. However, in this case, we see the Death Ward does a lot of damage through magic immunity. We see the Winter's Curse does penetrate magic immunity. The DPS coming out from the Razor as well as the Templar Assassin, that BKB is not going to do much. So we might actually see the Gyrocopter work his way directly to a butterfly pickup. That would be like the best pickup for Gyrocopter in this scenario. What does the Darkseer have? The Darkseer does have the mechanism ready. He has 1,500 gold to boot on top of that mech, possibly going for that Blink Dagger, which is gonna allow him to get much better initiations than what he's been able to do up until this point of the game. There is the creeper pushing in, and the Invoker moves up instead to defend against that. He has a lot of gold as well. Has he already bought up something? No, he hasn't. So looks like the cores of the side of BX are hanging on to their gold for now. There may be a mech. There is going to be a mech on the Bounty Hunter, but this is going to be a really, really late mech. I'm not even sure that he should go ahead and finish that up, since typically 25 to 30 minutes into the game, mech really does not provide much in terms of sustenance. There's a lot of damage coming out magic as well as physical 30 minutes into the game, that mech is not going to do much. So I would rather prefer to see the bounty hunter work his way towards a solar crest. Even Glimmer Cape wouldn't be a bad pickup here, considering the fact that the side of Elunes does rely a lot on initiation. Looks like there is a smoke coming out from the side of Elunes. They want to try and possibly sneak a Roshan here. There's a Sunstrike to try and scout out, but Roshan is a good 4 minutes away from respawn. Looks like they're just gonna try and see if they can find any BX heroes in the Radiant jungle here. Pinks come out to rotate into the mid lane. They're gonna walk straight into the path of this Bane if he decides to go that way, and he doesn't. Nice awareness there. He immediately backs off. He knows something's up. The Darkseer is waiting in the back lines as well. He wants to try and make a go. Smoke has been popped, but he immediately blinks away. So nice awareness there. If that had actually connected onto that Darkseer, we might have seen that kill transitioning possibly into a mid tier 3 push. Not to be the case here. The Invoker continues with his split push, has picked up that ultimate orb, and he is actually working his way towards a Sight of Wise over the Necronomicon. So wise choice there. They're playing it all for the late game here. They don't want to end this anytime soon. You typically see necro rushes when the team wants to typically finish in the next 5 to 10 minutes, but that's not the case. There's a blink rush coming out from the Slaughter. Not enough. There's an immediate tornado as well as the BKB used by the Slaughter. He wants to continue to pursue. Perfect play there by the Invoker. Blinks in, but that was a mistake. Yule's there. The crush comes out, but he's already in Ghost Walk. He's not able to... He's being clumped up here. The Sunstrike comes out from the Invoker. Does not actually connect, but the right click from the Invoker easily is able to bring him down. Nice micro play there coming out from the Invoker. He's able to sandwich him in between that Forge Spirits and easily bring down the Slaughter. So he saw the Invoker farming alone there. He wanted to get that... kill there, got a little too greedy, overextended. Perfect blink into the trees by the Invoker, and was easily able to turn that engage around for the side of BX. The score is 13 to 12. 30 minutes into this game, a goal lead of about 2000 and an XP lead. Actually, the XP has swung in favor of Team Elunes. They are actually effectively farming here all around the map. It's pretty much only been Invoker getting a lot of farm in terms of that split push. The Gyrocopter has been doing a lot of fighting. He does have 4,500 gold stacked up. He continues to use... there is a big call on into Vacuum here. Perfect play there. The wall has been deployed as well. Everybody is dropping low. Glimmer Cape has been used defensively. BKB used by him, as well as the ultimate coming out from the Winter Wyvern actually turns that engage around. The Gyrocopter has already hit the deck. The Razor's picked up the Darkseer as well. That's a nice turnaround. There was a beautiful combo coming out from the Bad Xcuse. The side of Bad Xcuse. Perfect wall into Vacuum, but they're easily able to turn that engage around. Invoker does actually land a Sunstrike, was able to pick up the Winter Wyvern in the backlines. The Razor continues to try and find, but the Bounty Hunter is actually heading north and continues to wait there. The Roshan has respawned here, and Templar Assassin wants to make quick work of this. Ladar is back as well. He does have amplified damage, but misplay there coming out. He did use that amplified damage to trigger the Linkins of the Roshan, but a small mistake isn't going to cost them much. Ladar does pick up the Aegis, so he does have Boot, Blink, as well as Black King Bar to top of that Aegis pickup that he's able to get right here. Bounty Hunter continues to be really poor. You're typically the way the position for Bounty Hunter gets back into the game is that you expect him to get a lot of track kills in the early to mid game, which is gonna allow him to pick up those core items, either the Mechanism Rush or the Solar Crest. But in this game, it's been perfect rotations, perfect counterplays from the side of Elunes. Has pretty much not given any track kills away to the side of BX, which is pretty much left the Bounty Hunter dirt poor here. 32 minutes into this game. The Gyrocopter though looks like he spent all his gold. By the looks of things, he's going for an Eye of Skadi here. He just wants to tank up either the Butterfly or the Skadi. Pretty much serve the same purpose. They are to tank up this Gyrocopter against that massive physical damage coming out from the Slardar as well as the Templar Assassin on the side of Elunes. Templar Assassin continues to do some more split push of her own here onto the top lane, giving Bad Xcuse a taste of their own medicine. She has the Blink, the Blacking Bar, the Yasha, as well as the Desolator. She has really farmed up for now, though. Bounty, she is trying to TP out here right in front of Bane. Her TP gets cancelled out. There's the Winter's Curse used as well, but the Templar Assassin turns around. The wall has been used as well. BKB pop by the Templar Assassin. The Fiend's Grip from the here, there's a TP coming out from the Invoker as well. BKB has been used by the Templar Assassin. There is a defensive use of the Glimmer Cape as well. Yules has been used by Invoker as well. Deafening Blast as well as Brain Sap brings him down. But no, there's a Cold Embrace. Perfectly timed Cold Embrace from the Templar Assassin. She's still alive. She continues to pound on that Dark Seer, but at the end of it all, she does hit the deck with the Invoker coming around. There's a Tornado, does connect onto the Winter Wyvern, but he is Glimmer Caped and TPing out, not in time, and the Cold Snap is easily able to cancel that out, and the Invoker picks up another kill. Double kill going the way of Ingenious Archmage for the side of Bad Xcuse. The end of it all, the score is 17 to 16 in favor of the side of Elunes. Gold has dipped actually in favor of Elunes, despite the heroes dropping a lot of the heroes of Elunes giving away a lot of kills there. The XP is well in favor of the side of Elunes. So despite that form, looks like there's a combo coming out from the Invoker here. Sunstrike does connect onto the Slardar, but it does not. It's not nearly enough to give him kills with that rotations coming in. The Invoker didn't want to hang around. There's the mech here coming out from the Razor as well. Is going to keep this Slardar nice and healthy with that Voodoo Restoration doing work from the Witch Doctor as well. The Gyrocopter has completed his Eye of Skadi. So this guy is really tanky, but the negative armor coming out from Slardar and the Templar Assassin means his effective HP is a lot lower than the 2.3k shown there by the game. Bane, however, has picked up that Solar Crest. We typically see Bounty Hunters snowball and pick up the Solar Crest, but in this case, since the Bounty Hunter hasn't been really effective, it's been the Bane who's gone ahead and picked up the Solar Crest. He has completed a 4-staff as well here. So another escape mechanism against that static link coming out from the Razor. They're going to be able to easily disengage with that 4-staff in case any of the heroes of BX do get caught out. Looks like the Bounty Hunter actually has gone ahead and completed a Vladimir's offering instead. That's we typically see Vlads being picked up by supports when they have melee cores, but in this case it's pretty much to provide some sort of a split push mechanism for the Bounty Hunter as well in this scenario. There's a track coming out from this Slardar. He immediately blinks out of there. He knows the Gyrocopter is coming in. He did spot him out. He does not want to overstay his welcome there and possibly give away a freebie to the side of BX. There's a smoke coming out from the heroes of Elunes here. They want to try and make a go. Roshan's going to be respawning in the next 4 minutes by the looks of things. Not right. You typically see teams smoke around, try and get a pick off, and immediately transition into Roshan. However, both the cases here, we've seen Elunes actually smoke up just before the Roshan respawns. This is actually a nice play coming out from Elunes. You typically expect teams to smoke up when Rosh is in play, but this was kind of like a surprise move there coming out from Elunes. Wasn't nearly successful though. Glimmer Cape has been picked up by the Winter Wyvern, so actually we did see the Glimmer Cape from the Winter Wyvern in play in the last fight. Did keep him alive for long, almost allowed him to TP out as well, but that Cold Snap coming out from the Invoker was easily able to turn that engage around. Looks like there is the Blacking Bar pickup coming out from the Razor here. He has altogether skipped the Aghanim Scepter pickup. Looks like he is working his way towards either an Assault or a Shiva's Guard with that casual plate mail pickup. So we'll have to wait and see what item he decides to go for. The Gyrocopter is hanging around in the bot lane. He has completed his Helm of the Dominator. Might possibly immediately work his way towards that Satanic, or we might see him stop off to pick up the Butterfly instead, or even a Monkey King Bar with typically Templar Assassins going in for that butterfly as their fifth core item. Looks like Templar Assassin has picked up a Hyperstone. Looks like it's gonna be the TA who's gonna pick up the Assault, which pretty much means Razor is gonna be picking up the Shiva's Guard, since you don't really want to have two Assault Cuirasses on your team. There is split push coming out here onto the top lane, courtesy by the looks of things, it was the Darks here this time around providing some split push. There is some structural damage here being done onto this tier 3 tower. We'll just have to wait and see if there is actually a wrap around coming out from the side of Elunes. They want to try and catch out. There is the Bounty Hunter in the trees here. Here's Invis. He does spot out the rotations coming out from the side of Elunes. Pinks comes out for now though from the Invoker. They don't want to engage in here. Both of them TP out from the trees, and that's perfect play there coming out from Bad Xcuse. Perfect positioning of the Bounty Hunter to give away the positioning of the wrap around coming out from Elunes. The heroes of Bad Xcuse are able to get out of that top lane scot-free. For now though, Bounty Hunter continues to farm up here. He's not really one of your flash farming supports. His job is to pretty much farm up via track kills. None of that has been happening, so he's pretty much been restricted to farming up the jungle. When you see your Bounty Hunter farming the jungle, that's when you know the hero is not doing really well in this game. For now though, it's where the game stands in a very precarious position here. One or two team fights going either team's way could easily swing the game in their direction. The goal lead is about 5,000 and an XP lead is nil. It's Z for now though. So 5,040 minutes into this game is not going to be much of a deal for either of these sides, since all of them have already stocked up on a lot of farm here. Bounty Hunter moves in Invis. He's gonna try and walk into the Dire Jungle, provide some intel here for the side of BX about the rotations coming out from the heroes of Elunes, but he does not spot out any of the heroes for now. Templar Assassin continues into the mid lane. She has a lot of gold, but she is saving most of it up for buyback in case a fight does break out here. The Gyrocopter has picked up 2,800 gold to boot on top of that. Scary Helm of the Dominator pick up. The Invoker has completed a Sight of Voice. Looks like he is working his way towards that Octarine core. Very interesting. We typically don't see carry Invokers tend to get Octarine cores, but Ingenious Archmage has some plan in mind. The Bounty Hunter gets caught out there, tries to be sneaky and throw out a couple of tracks, but the Templar Assassin was easily able to turn that engage around. There is the cooldown being used by the Gyrocopter defensively. The Slaughter moves in here. He has used that ultimate on as well. The Psionic Traps does slow down the Gyrocopter on his retreat. By the looks of things though, they don't want to further pursue this engage anymore. The Winter's Curse is ready to go. He has already picked up a Gem of True Sight. That's how they were able to spot out that Bounty Hunter aggression coming out slightly earlier in the Dire Jungle. So let's just see what happens. Slada walks in aggressively. He gets Fiend's Grip here. The Templar Assassin comes in as well. There is the Rocket Barrage. The Big Heavy comes out popped here. Ultimate has been used by the Witch Doctor. Beautiful play there. He does throw that Death Ward. Easily is able to turn that engage around. They pretty much had used all their CCs on that Slada. There is the split push coming out here from the Invoker. He actually goes in aggressively. Perfect use of the Crush there. Is able to stop that TP coming out from the Invoker. He does pay for it with his life there. He did manage to bring down the Razor solo in the enemy's bottom lane, but perfect rotation there coming out from Slada. He pretty much played that fight perfect. Perfect use of the BKB in the top lane there to turn that engage around with the Death Ward from the Witch Doctor, turning that engage in favor of Elunes, and the timely TP there. He pretty much had his map awareness at 110%. He did know that the Invoker overextended there to try and get the kill onto the Razor, and was easily able to TP back in time to turn that engage around and cancel the teleport back from Ingenious Archmage. Looks like the Templar Assassin, like I said, is interesting here coming out from Templar Assassin. That's actually not gonna be an Assault Cuirass. Instead, it's gonna be a Moonshard on the TA. So that pretty much means the Razor could still build into that Assault Cuirass to actually scratch that. Slardar has already picked up the Assault. A lot of negative armor here coming the way of Elunes here. Negative armor thanks to the ultimate of the Slardar. There is negative armor with the Assault Cuirass. The Meld Strike providing more negative armor. There is the Desolator in play as well. And to top it off, we also have the Death Ward, which is pretty much, which is physical damage, which the negative armor does amp up the damage from the ultimate quite a lot. So we'll have to see how BX is able to handle this incoming push from the side of Elunes. The answer to that for now though is Invoker split pushing the top lane. We're seeing a smoke rotation coming out from Elunes. They want to try and catch out this Invoker, but he knows something's up here. He's hanging in the trees, rightly like said by the famous player HY. Stay in the trees is his call, and that is what ingenious Archmage. Oh, actually the ping's coming out from the side of Elunes. They know something's up. The smoke has been popped here. They know something's up, and the Razor is able to spot him out here. Crush comes out from the Slardar. The Death Ward has been used as well to boot on top there. So they're easily able to bring down that Invoker there. Costly mistake coming out from the Invoker. He did have his boots of travel ready. He could have gotten out any time, but he played it greedy there. He wanted to wait for the side of Elunes to back off to further continue the aggression slash split push onto the top lane, and paid for it there dearly. Slardar continues to hang in the trees here as well. There's a lot of hanging around in the trees this game. Both these teams have learned their lesson. There's a blink cross coming out from the Slardar. There is no BKB. He however does have Satanic here. There's the first half used as well as the ultimate from the Gyrocopter. They want to disengage. BKB has been popped by the Slardar as well. There is the ultimate on the Bane here, which is able to spot his rotation out. Razor has already deployed his ultimate as well. There's a TP out from the Gyrocopter. Leaves the Bane here in no man's land. There is the defensive use of the sleep here to keep him alive for now, but Razor with his nukes is easily able to bring him down, and at the end of it all, it actually was a 2-for-0 trade if you consider the Invoker going down slightly earlier in favor of Elunes. Goldgraph has dipped back. It's nil here. The XP is well in favor of Team Elunes. They have been easily, though there's been split push coming out from BX, it's not been as effective as the previous lower bracket match wherein they successfully pulled off split pushes. We see the Slardar blinking aggressively here. There's a rocket coming out from the Gyrocopter. Does connect onto the Slardar. He is Glimmer caped up for now. He does have the Aegis ready to go as well. There's the cooldown used by the Gyrocopter. The wall as well as the vacuum coming out. The Hex has been used as well. The copper comes out from the Invoker. Phrase is dropping really low. The ultimate has been used by the Winter Wyvern, but the Aegis has been already been expended. The Templar Assassin is waiting to... Actually, the Templar Assassin didn't have Aegis there. The Aegis was onto the Slardar. The Sunstrike comes out from the Invoker. Perfectly placed. Takes down the Aegis of the Slardar, but he's going to be reviving back really soon. The Razor is healthy as well, but with the wall down there, they don't want to try, or they don't want to hang around there. There could possibly be a buyback coming out from Darkseer as well. For now though, the TP has been cancelled out. The Slardar comes in aggressively. There's the Yules used here by the Invoker. Is not going to keep the Bounty Hunter alive for long. The Gyrocopter is in no man's land. BKB has been used by the Razor here. He continues to pound around, but then he is dropping really low as well. Ingenious Archmage is back into the fight. Feast Grip has been used as well. The Slardar does hit the deck. The gem goes down with the Winter Wyvern hitting the deck as well. So nice fight there for the side of BX. Elunes overstayed their welcome. Continue to hang around. Actually, we saw the TP of the Razor being cancelled out slightly earlier. You would expect the side of Elunes to actually back off in that scenario, but the Slardar decided to engage back into that fight with an aggressive blink crush there. Totally caught off guard, separated away from his teammates. He was easily bursted down with that Fiend's Grip, and looks like this is going to transition into a mid tier 3 push with only 2 heroes up here. It's going to force buybacks from the side of Elunes. Looks like Slardar has already blown that buyback. He blinks and aggressively gets off his ultimate on that Bounty Hunter. He's going to be able to track him through his invisibility. Looks like Slardar wants to surge out here. They want to try and catch out heroes with the Templar Assassin respawning back. They have eyes on the Bounty Hunter. Immediate blink and 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits. He's down. The Bounty Hunter hits the deck there. His teammates pretty much abandoned him with that ultimate use from the Slardar. However, I would like to point out it did cost this Slardar a buyback. So if he does get caught out again in the next push, we might see the side of bad Xcuse actually transition that into possibly tier 3 as well as mid lane of Rax. For now though, the Invoker resumes with his split push here on the top lane. He has spotted out the Templar Assassin who walks in. He actually gets the Hex off. The combo comes out onto the Templar Assassin. Not nearly enough. The Meteor does not connect. He does have Cold Snap here with this Forge Spirits, keeping him alive. He does not want to stay here for long. Spotted out by the creeps. He immediately TPs out. He's learnt his lesson. He did overstay his welcome 10 minutes ago, paid for it, and now though he doesn't want to hang around and doesn't want to be part of anything, and he immediately gets into the safety of his team for now. We see Bad Xcuse. It's been quite a long time since Bad Xcuse have actually left their base. There is a lot of map control going the way of Elunes, thanks to that Templar Assassin, as well as the Razor and the Slaughter being way too overfarmed compared to the course of BX. Typically you see the Gyrocopter go in for a lot of DPS. The Flak Cannon does a lot of damage to the enemy carries as well as supports, but in this game he's gone ultra defensive. Sanjay Yasha not much in terms of offensive potential than making him sort of like a semi-race car, as well as provide some defensive stats for hit points. We also see that he's gone for a Skadi and a Satanic, so he's lacking a lot in terms of damage. I do not fault the build of Blizzard here. He does need to tank up a lot since there is a lot of physical damage coming out from Elunes, but it does starve the Gyrocopter of physical damage, which is necessary to bring down the cores of Elunes. For now though, there is a smoke here being used by the side of Bad Xcuse. They want to try and move in through the dire jungle, but the heroes of Elunes for now though have clumped up near the middle T3. Looks like they're not going to find much out of this. They want to try and catch someone out with that Fiend's Grip, immediately burst him down. Hopefully they were pretty much hoping to find the Slada there with the buyback expended in the previous push. The Slada having no buyback could have translated into a lane of Rax, but that wasn't the case here. Nice play there. Looks like they have spotted out Bounty Hunter in the backlines. Immediately it's the deck, so that's go time. They want to further continue on. There's a surge coming out from the Darks here for now. There's Yule. There's actually, that wasn't the Yules, that was the Tornado coming out from the Invoker. Perfect play there. Use of the Ice Path as well is going to cover their retreat out from the mid lane. For now though, the side of Elunes sense that this is their opportunity. They want to further continue on. There is an ultimate orb picked up by the Slaughter. Looks like he might be working his way to his own Skadi. Could also be a Hex pickup, but I do not it more likely than not that's going to be a Skadi on the Slaughter, so that's further going to make him tanky with in conjunction with that Assault pickup as well. There is the Ice Path here used by the Invoker for now. Ice Wall is going to keep them away here from getting onto the high ground. The tier 3 is dropping really low for now though. Cordon has been used by the Gyrocopter. He moves in aggressively. Flak Cannon has been deployed as well. There is the use of the mech as well from the Razor for now. He is dropping really low. Sunstrike comes out from the Invoker, but the Glimmer Cape negates out pretty much half the damage from that Sunstrike. They are however going to back off here. They want no part of this fight anymore. Templar Assassin in fact has already TP'd out. The Rocket continues to follow the Razor, but I don't really see Bad Xcuse extending all the way past the river to try and pursue the kill on that Razor. So 51 minutes into this game, the score is 27-20. The goal lead is nil. The XP is about 12,000 in favor of Elunes. I must say, though the goal lead is neck and neck for now, I thoroughly I think the side of Elunes are in the driver's seat since they do pack a big punch here. Looks like the Winter's Curse has already been used here. Bane has forced off himself onto the lower ground, so that's going to keep him alive for now. He has already used the Ghost Scepter as well, so nice play there. I did expect the Bane to actually be bursted down right away, but perfect use of that first staff to get onto the lower ground does keep him alive for now. So for now the Invoker continues with his split push. He has completed his Octane Core. He does have 4,400 gold to boot. On top of that, look, this could be a nice situation to go ahead and pick up the. This could be a nice situation to go ahead and go for that late Aghanim Scepter, I must say, since the Invoker does rely on a lot of spell usage. I wouldn't fault him if he goes for a late Aghanim Scepter, but more likely than not, it's probably going to be one of those tier 4 items that we're going to see here. He does have another slot in the form of that Hand of Midas to get rid of, so possibly 2 two tier 4 items coming out for the Invoker in the near future. The Templar Assassin has completed the Moonshard. She hasn't consumed it for now though, since she does have a free inventory slot. She's continuing to hang on to that. Razor has used Static Link here onto the Gyrocopter. The Gyrocopter has been aggressively forced off him. Cordon has been used here for now. Glimmer caped up to save him for now. There is the ultimate used by the Bane as well. The wall has been dropped as well. Vacuumed in. The Razor is taking a lot of damage. Invoker comes in with this combo. The Death Ward has been used from the trees. That BKB Witch Doctor is doing a lot of work, but the heroes of Barracks have already disengaged. The sleep has been used on the Templar Assassin, which is going to further aid their return here. The ultimate has been used by the Slada. He does spot out the Bane as well. He continues to surge well ahead here. He wants to try and make a go. Beautiful use the Yules defensively there. Keeps the Slada away for now. That blink is coming off cooldown in the next couple of seconds. The Winter Wyvern has a blink as well. He moves in aggressively. They have spotted out the Gyrocopter. They want to try and make a go. The Slada comes in, but the perfect use of the BKB is able to dodge that stun there. There is the Yules. Man, multiple BKBs being popped here. The Shiva's Guard has been used as well. Vacuum in to call down the ultimate. Winter's Curse does hold the Darkseer up for now, but the Templar Assassin has already brought down the Gyrocopter in the backlines. This is a no-go for the side of Bad Xcuse. Two heroes are already down. The Slada continues to pound down here. The Darkseer wants to try and TP out. Timely bash from the Slada, and the Darkseer hits the deck as well. Sunstrike coming out from the Invoker does not actually connect onto the Slada, and at the end of it all, it was a 1-for-3 trade. The two cores of Bad Xcuse going down as in terms of an exchange. I would say it was pretty much just the support Winter Wyvern that went down. So Elunes pretty much not losing anything of worth there. Looking at the net worth, we see the Templar Assassin well on top. She has 30k gold. The Invoker continues to match her in terms of farm, but his effectiveness is really dropping here. He's probably gonna need a refresher in the near future to try and get two combos of that. One thing he's not been able to. The side of Bad Xcuse have typically picked the Darkseer to be able to vacuum the heroes and get a multiple hero Meteor Deafening Blast combo off, but perfect positioning from the heroes of Elunes. They really haven't clumped up. It's pretty much been one or two hero Meteors being used by the Invoker, which without the Aghanim Scepter, he's not really able to offer anything more but that single combo for now though. Elunes perfect item usage, perfect. The cheese has been popped by the Templar Assassin. Ingenious Archmage is in no man's land. He has actually used Invis and TPs out of there. There is no gem anymore on this Winter Wyvern. He did drop it earlier when he did die. So it allows a nice play there by the Invoker. Nice awareness to get that Ghost Walk off and TP out in time. That pickoff could have been really expensive, I must say. Buyback status, Invoker did have a buyback there, but forcing a buyback here with the Invoker, really needing a refresher orb to deal with this face rush coming out from the heroes of Elunes. That could have set back the Invoker quite a lot. So for now though, we are seeing a tier 2 push here coming out from Elunes. Last right click secured by the Templar Assassin. There's a Hex coming out onto the Slada. Slada's playing real aggressive, but he does have that Aegis ready to go for now. The Invoker comes in, throws out the Ice Wall, immediately blinks away. Looks like there's some split push coming out on top lane as well. Darkseer was trying to split push that lane out, but he has come back. There's a Tornado coming out from the Invoker. There's a blink coming out from the Templar Assassin, but I hear a BKB. The Slada has gone in aggressively. Call down is pretty much going to whiff here. The ultimate used by the Winter Wyvern as well. Defensive use of the 4-star. Glimmer Cape as well. There is the magic stick keeping him alive for now. Wall has been used. There's a beautiful vacuum as well. Crush, not enough. He's able to BKB and jump out in time. There is the ultimate being used by the Witch Doctor, but all the heroes of Bad Xcuse have already retreated away from that. They need to back off right now. The Aegis is still up though. The Invoker comes in. He throws away his combo. It does. The Meteor does not connect. The Deafening Blast, however, does. They continue to pound down on this Gyrocopter. He's dropping really low. Shiva's Guard comes out from the Darkseer. The BKB has been used by the Gyrocopter. He turns around. The Razor is dropping really low. Cold Embrace keeps him alive for now though. Everybody's coming in. BKBs have been used. They're trying to make a go onto this Rax instead. Melee Rax hits the deck in the bottom lane. Lincoln's has been popped here off the Slada. Sleep keeps him alive here for now, but two lanes of Rax are already down. Templar Assassin has already rotated into the mid lane. They try to pound down on this mid melee Rax. There is the Sunstrike being used there, but it does not connect onto the Razor. Cooldown has been used by the Gyrocopter as well. They're trying to make a go onto this. Winter Wyvern. Invoker goes down. He is gonna have to buy back here if he wants to continue. There's the range racks going down in the mid lane. There's the melee racks down as well. Slaughter's come back in. He has used Glimmer Cape, which keeps him alive now. Aegis has been popped here for now. He is surrounded by 5 heroes by the looks of things. Invoker is trying to time the Sunstrike. He does Deafening Blast lands as well. There is the use of that Rocket Barrage as well as that final spell coming out from the Invoker was able to secure the kill onto that Slaughter, but that came at a heavy price. They lost 2 lanes of racks. Invoker had to buy back into that fight as well. So at the end of it all, Elunes comes up well on top of that engage. The score is 32-23, but let me say something, ladies and gentlemen. This game is much more in favor of Elunes. Let's have a look at the goal graph. Look at it plummet all the way down. We actually need to give it another couple of minutes to see the impact of that particular engage. But for now though, it shows a lead of about 5,000 for the side of Elunes, and XP, oh my, it's about 10,000. It did swing a little in favor of Bad Xcuse, but 2 lanes of frags lost is gonna set back the side of Bad Xcuse a lot. Bounty Hunter, a hero you typically want to go ahead and stay ahead. He does not offer much in terms of defense, again high ground defense, so that's really costing them a lot. Bane does not provide much in terms of high ground defense as well. They pretty much have to rely on the Gyrocopter cooldown, the vacuum coming out from the Darkseer, the wall, as well as the combo from the Invoker wasn't nearly enough in that previous engage. The perfect usage of the Glimmer Cape, perfect usage of that Witch Doctor ultimate. The Witch Doctor ultimate actually did not get any kills, but when the Slaughter actually dropped really low, it was easily able to zone out the heroes of Bad Xcuse, make them go all the way back to the well, which allowed the Slaughter to stay alive through that initial engage coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse. They are waiting on this Slaughter to respawn. I don't see them wasting any time. The Roshan is gonna take a good 3 minutes to respawn, so it looks like the side of Elunes don't want to wait for that. They're firmly in the driver's seat. They want to go ahead and finish this right here, right now. There's a TP coming out from the Templar Assassin actually onto the mid lane. Looks like she wants to shove the mid lane out as well and join her compatriots there on the top lane. Slaughter continues to farm up. There's a surprise Linken's pickup, I must say, from the Slaughter. I had expected it to be a Skadi pickup, but oh my god, there is a Divine Rapier, ladies and gentlemen. I expect that to be on the guy. It is on the Gyrocopter. We said the Gyrocopter lacked a lot of damage since he went pretty much survivability until now. Scratch that. It's a totally different ball game now with the Rapier on the table. But I don't really see this late Rapier pickup doing much. It's pretty much a Hail Mary play here coming out from Gyrocopter. They know their walls are against the back. They need to do something drastic, and drastic is what they will do here with that Rapier pickup. The Templar Assassin as well as the Razors moving into position here. Icefall has been used by the Invoker to try and stop this push off. For now though, there is the cooldown used by the Gyrocopters. Not going to do much here. The Razor as well as the Templar Assassin back off from the radius. It is a low cooldown ultimate though. He's gonna have it up again in another 30 seconds, so he's gonna be good to go. That's but they don't have much in terms of wave clear here. If they actually overextend and stay here during the wave clear, they can easily be picked off. Looks like the side of Elunes though wants to play it safe. They want to wait out and secure that Aegis on the Slaughter again, since he isn't 6 slotted yet. He does have that Scroll of Town portal, so he can drop that any time and pick up the Aegis. Looks like they're gonna settle in for a safe play. If they do actually spot out the double damage rune here, that's gonna be quick work. That's pretty much, if they have any doubt of why they want to do Roshan, any of it is going to be wiped away if they do spot out this double damage rune. The Razor does spot it out, which means it's going to be a go here. The Roshan is still about a minute away from respawn though. A really wrong respawn, I must say. This does favor the side of Bad Xcuse, does allow them to shove the lanes out and try and put up a fight here at the Rosh Pit, but I don't really see them going out. We actually hear the BKB being popped up here. Slaughter has already used it. Looks like the Winter's Curse has been used. Invoker is already down, so is the Bounty Hunter. There is the Whack Wall used as well. The Gyrocopter is dropping really low. BKB as well as the Satanic has been used, but the DPS coming out from the Templar Assassin just a little too much. The rapier hits the deck. GG is the call from the side of BX. Game 1 goes the way of Team Elunes here in the best of 3. Don't go anywhere. This is Shade Slayer signing off. Game 2 coming right up. Perfect play from the side of Elunes. BX did really well in the early game scenarios. They did try and use that same split push strat again, but ineffective in this case, since it was pretty much only the invoker doing it, and he did get caught out a couple of times, which didn't help out either. So there you go. Game 1 goes the way of Team Elunes. We'll be back with Game 2 in just a short while.
I really like the way they're trying to make it more professional.
Thanks to the monitor, I mean, your eyes are getting more comfortable.
Long match again.
It's okay. An hour is like the average I hold. Like, what the?
Yeah. It's all thanks to Ice Frog. He's nerfed all the early game heroes. He nerfed the early game bounty.
Yeah, no more red balls.
And no more death ball, no nothing.
I like it.
That's what happened at Summit. No, he got really pissed.
Yeah.
Summit, every game was max 18 minutes. We saw 12 minutes, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
15 minutes, done.
Of course, that shit gonna piss off people.
Yeah.